Hey everyone! If you're enjoying the coverage of the Pro Play Tour Online series, just remember, you can play in one yourself. Every Thursday you can enter our free weekly 64-player tournament with invites to the entire Top Cut. Every Saturday is our Weekend Championship, where you can enter a YCS-type event with 100% payout and even a cash payout option. The more players, the bigger the prizes. Can't commit time to play in our one-day events? We also host multiple 8-man pods daily, ready to fire on demand on your own schedule. All these events award invites to our free invite-only Players Championship, May 9th through 10th, with prizes supplied by our sponsors. For more information, visit ppgeventmanagement.com and come play with the pros.
Welcome back here with YuGiOh Pro Play Tour Online Series Thursday Weekly number 6. We're at Table 1, where we have two great undefeateds going right at each other. We have First Stomp playing Synchron Eldlich against Pascal Kim playing Sky Striker. Very interesting. So we'll see. Let's go over the tournament bracket right now and see who else is undefeated. Looks like right now, First Stomp, Farkian, and Zoe's Killer are all undefeated, but they each have ties. So the only player in the whole tournament that is undefeated and has no ties, so like a full XO, is Pascal Kim. So we will see how far he's able to take this. Very well, showing off the potential of the Sky Striker deck. And this is Table 1. It's pretty hard for Pascal to miss Top Cut at this point, but if he loses twice, then that would happen. But as long as he wins either one of these next two matches, he should be fine. The Eldlich of Scarlet Sanguine. Conquistador, so he's doing it. Oh, taking on Resolution. Table talk because of they are in the dueling book room, which is nice. Cyclone on the Conquistador. Pascal Kim does not want that Hayate to be stopped. Conquistador is banished. Oh. Work. Unified Behemoth summons Shooting Riser Dragon. We saw him do this last game too. Oh, that's right. He cannot because he uses Scarlet Sanguine. I'm stuck on Needle Fiber. That's unfortunate. I think we had Hayate crash into Dakin. The Needle Fiber should be back in attack mode unless the Hayate is trying to crash into him. Taking his time setting multi-roll. Yeah, so Hayate is destroyed by battle, but is still able to send because it's still on the field when it destroys the monster. It's just marked for death in that particular part of the damage step. Neat YuGiOh rulings. Kagari targeting multi-roll. Be okay with that. Oh, he says it's okay. Shizuku. Interesting thing about Pascal Kim's deck, earlier I saw that he played the Water Charmer, the Fire Charmer, but it does not appear that he plays Zeke. it was hard to tell, but he never summoned Zeke during that one feature match we had him in. But he summoned the Water Charmer, which I thought was an interesting, spicy take. But it's really good because if you use the Water Charmer to revive a Needle Fiber, that's access code talker right there. And if main 2, Shizuku will get Veilered. But Pascal Kim's up by a lot of cards right now. Can't believe it. Sky Striker just turned 2 years old, and it's still doing crazy stuff. Even with Engage banned. Engage is banned, and people are still playing this deck. Real quick, my name is Peter Brown, and I'm a judge. And we have George from PPG in the back row, behind the fence, behind the screen, working on production. Shout out to George. Shout out to all the PPG guys running this tournament. Shout out to you all for coming out, supporting the scene. We've had some cool matches today. We're winding down though. We got round 6, and then we got one more round after this. Take this tournament too, like it took the LCS. And we're gonna heat back up as Pascal Kim turns back up. We're in main phase 1. Someone in chat asks, how is this deck still kicking? Yo, have you read Multi-Roll? Multi-Roll makes your whole deck spell speed 4, and have you read Jamming Waves and Afterburners? They're both +1s. The deck is so good. And Kagari's at 3. Like, when Konami banned Engage but could put Kagari to 3, they didn't know what they did. They just didn't. Kagari to 3 is probably what saved the deck. It's interesting that Avarice is not having as much as an impact as people thought it would. It's not having as much as an impact as I thought it would. I thought it was good at first, but now I don't think so. Brian Chen and Ryan Yu and Pascal all convinced me that it's not very good. Because it only works when you're hyper winning. Evolved, so now all the spells are everyone's favorite. How many duels has Pascal won? Pascal is the only completely undefeated player in the tournament. The other, again, it depends on your definition. He's the only XO player in the tournament. He's playing against a player that's XO1 who hasn't lost a match, but he tied once. Only person who's XO, so he's 5-0. It's crazy stuff. We are using the Conquistador YuGiOh combo. Okay, no problem with that. Pascal Kim thinking when the YuGiOh is going to let that resolve. Komodo Dragon says, I think Shark Cannon is also a big plus. I agree. And I think especially with cards like Pankratops, it's so silly being able to Shark Cannon Pankratops over and over and being able to recur the Strike Cannon with multi-roll and be able to pop a card every time you summon the Banker Tops. I think Strike Cannon is crazy. It sometimes feels really weak when I compare it to Call by the Grave. Like, it just sometimes feels like a weaker Call by the Grave. In the time that I played Sky Striker, my most prestigious top would probably be the ARG top, and it was with Sky Striker. And so I don't know. I feel like Strike Cannon has always felt like kind of like a weaker Call by the Grave to me. But it's definitely really good. I definitely think though that like the reason why it stuck around is because Afterburner is kind of a crazy card. Kagari is kind of insane. Obviously, the multi-roll being able to make your spells unable to be chained is crazy. It's so strong. Guys, I'm solo commentating this. If you guys got more questions in the chat about either of these players, about PPG, about the game, about rulings, maybe I might know them. Go ahead and type them up, and be happy to answer them on stream. Coming out, just trying to figure out normal summons. Yes, Pascal won all of his matches. He was XO completely. First up is XO1. He has one tie. So he's using his one normal summon on the Ghost Mourner, the other sad one. Two of them are very sad for some reason. The one with the dead dog, and then the one with the moon. I don't know why. I don't know why they had two of them be very sad. Ghost Bell doesn't seem particularly happy either. And neither does Reaper. Ash is the happiest of the six. So Revive Effect Veiler, because there are more than three spells across the field of grave. Target Celine, 5300 attack, Access Code Talker, Bish, Bosh, Bam, Pop, Pop, Pop. Guess what? We're playing Sky Striker, so we got a bunch of different attributes in the graveyard. Thinking he was probably just gonna go pop, pop, pop and attack from 53. It's not a given. There are 7 rounds, so there's one more round after this, and we're probably going to be doing a bubble match after in the last round. This is table 1, so this is probably the last time we'll see Pascal featured, unless he loses. Pop with Access Code Talker, attacks for 53. So he's main phase 2. That's unfortunate. That's fine. He's already used Hakioto and Kakisori that turn, I believe. So he's going to have to wait a turn in order to get full value out of them. And even then, it's not going to get him that much value. Man, Sky Striker is crazy. I just think it was helped a lot by Access Code Talker, like more so than other decks because of the attribute. His turn. He's gunning to find a way to clear this 5300 attack Access Code Talker. He had to have drawn Insane. That is the question. and YuGiOh in the end phase. That's not going to be good enough because Access to Go Talker is just going to validate those cards. Within the grave. Phase 1. And Pascal has phase priority, so he's going to banish. First shop is not able to respond, so he's just going to have to let them die. Can't respond. Yeah. Resolution to see if he has anything, if he wants to discard Sanguine now, but probably not. He probably just will let Access to Talker destroy this. It's about an attack for infinite right here, but I don't know how First Off gets out of this game. Access to Talker is just going to kill him next turn. Roll target area. 15. Or he can resolve area 0 first. And he can. No problem. Here's Ray. With the normal summon in hand, there we go. All right, we're going to game 2.
Still looking to earn your invite for the free Players Championship on May 9th and 10th? Visit ppgeventmanagement.com to learn about the different qualifiers available. From one-day events to play-on-your-own schedule events, all events offer a buyback or cash option along with a 100% credit option redeemable towards any future pre-order at competitive prices. Grinding and getting paid to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never been easier. Play with the most professional worldwide tournament series today and join the online community. Come join us on Discord for assistance, info, and even discussions about future events.
Decks like ABC too. I've been looking at going a second version of ABC. That means 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Lightning Storm. And if you make Access Code Talker by linking up the pieces and then make Buster, it's 8,300 damage, and Access Code Talker clears the whole board for a game to come through. And Utopia Double, though, the Utopia Double was actually just like one punch man, kill in one hit. Whereas Access Code Talker, as we saw in that game, he needed to have the back of Ray and Rose in order for it to be game. The XO afterwards. First Off is not out of this, but he's got a strong opponent to overcome. During the end phase. Search a Sky Striker spell that's not already engraved. We got none engraved, so we can search whatever we want, except engage. Like that scene in Dark Sided Dimensions. I made that joke a few times, but it really is like, there's a crazy scene. Kaiba is about to lose. He just takes his hand and shoves it into the ground and breaks the ground in this like Egyptian temple and pulls out Obelisk and just play it in the duel. Even though the Egyptian god cards were sealed away at the end of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And like, I saw that in theaters with my friends and we're all just like, what? He just ripped a card from the ground. That's a great scene. You should look it up. Okay, we got sending Shizuku to the graveyard. Rose does not have an effect that revives, so it'll just stay like that. Scarlet Sanguine activates to be able to set a golden land. That's going to give a spell drop for the Golden Lord to use as fodder. Sending the Guardian, which is just a name. Summon the Lord. 100 attack. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Lord attacks with 3,500 attack. Oh, Pascal's lagging a bit. Again, he's playing across the ocean, so understandable if he has a bit of lag. I'm not sure how many European players there are. Like, what's the breakdown between European and North American players in this tournament? That'd be an interesting thing to find out. Like, it'd be interesting to know, like, in one tournament, how many players we have from different countries playing in the same tournament. That'd be a great statistic. And European coverage from Konami that they have top cut breakdown by country. I always thought that was so cool. Taking his time. Phase. Interesting. Very scary. Is that a set evenly? That would be crazy. The guy. That'll get sent to grave. But then we might see an evenly after this. Scarlet Sanguine. I think now he's afraid of evenly coming down because now it's live. Once this Widowmaker resolves. Pastor can see if there's anything else. Does he have it at the end of battle phase? Say he telegraphed the evenly match so hard. That would have been the biggest ruse. It was almost like the more he kept saying, "Do you have anything? Do you have anything? Do you have a response?" And battle phase, okay. Like the more he kept doing that, indicated to me I was like, "Yo, is he bluffing?" So Kim, the cards are supposed to be banished face down. That's why the cards are going back. Yeah, you can only banish cards face down while evening matches face up on the field, and Pascal had just discarded it on his first time through. A huge plus by that evenly matched. That's crazy. Here's Kagari. I wonder how much of an impact Engaged 1 would have. They would have to limit Kagari again. It's that crazy. It is that insane. Engage is an absurd card. It might be banned forever. Like it might be like the Dragon Rulers. I know Tempest came back, but like Tempest's return is still questionable in my opinion. They'll be able to bring back another Dragon Ruler. So if they bring back Engage, they'll have to limit Kagari again, or limit Anchor again. Ugh, that'd be so ugly. Just bluffing evenly because you guys can't see the chat on the stream, but in the chat, Pascal like said like 4 times. Okay, do you have anything like end main, start step, resolution to Widow Anchor? I was like, dude, the more the questions you ask, the more I think you're lying. The more I think I love bluffing evenly against Trickstar because you go straight to battle phase and they reincarnate you, and then you just draw into a better hand, and you kill them for free. It's a mulligan. I did that at a regional once. It was cool. Oh, in Spiral, and just went to battle phase and bluffed it evenly, and the guy reincarnated my hand, and then I drew into a playable and then killed him. It was nuts. About 20 minutes left in the round. Healthy amount of time, but first up has got to get something going if he wants to take down Pascal Kim. He's winning in the life points department, but not in the card advantage department. And as I've said many times, Yu-Gi-Oh is all about card advantage. Life points, I mean, it's weird to say that life points don't matter because they do. If your life points go to 0, you lose. But realistically, they don't matter. You know, like if I see a player with 1 life point and he has 10 cards, and his opponent has 10,000 life points, and he has one or 2 cards, like the life points don't matter there. The wind sad ghost girl. She's very sad, but she is happy enough to negate needle fiber. Sending a Conquistador to revive himself. Ray is chained. Interesting time to chain Ray. Makes sense. He's using Shark Cannon on Lord. So he wanted to get Ray out of his main monster zone in order to activate Shark Cannon. Great play. Pascal Kim, there we go. So tell him, life points aren't all that matters. Card advantage is crazy. And phase of first ops' turn. Pascal's going to be able to get a search with Shizuku. So he banished Conquistador to set Sanguine, and he's gonna. That's basically it, right? He can use Scarlet Sanguine to banish and set the other one, set the Golden Land, but I don't know how he gets out of this. I think Pascal's gonna get it. During the end phase here. A free search because she was special summoned that turn. For the most part, he just needs to get a few more spells engraved in order to fulfill the win condition. Access Code Talker out. That would be huge. By stealing the fiber. Although the fiber will just chain itself in some formula. Girls are there? There are 6 because there's one for each attribute. There's a theme starting with Ogre and ending on Ghost Mourner. There's one for each attribute: light, dark, wind, water, fire. They just don't have a divine one. They've never made a divine card outside of the god cards. And I wonder if the Ghost Girls are popular enough to merit a divine Ghost Girl. That'd be insane. But I don't think they do that. I don't think Kazuki Takahashi would be okay with that. The new divine attribute Ghost Girl. And you couldn't count I forget her English name. I know the German name, but I don't know the English name. The Girl of Blossoms, the one that was in Duel Devastator, that was the OCG import. That one counts as a Ghost Girl because it functions similarly, but it's not in the same like level 3 1800 defense theme as the rest of them. It doesn't like it's kind of different. It's kind of just like an off one. But if they ever make more hand traps like that, they'll probably just be like grown up versions of them, like that one is of Reaper. Okay, set area 0. Trying to get spells engraved. It's going for a little bit. Don't need to. Oh, he's going to force the fiber to activate. And summon formula. Azure, like he did last game. Ash. To happen. So they'll both die. Now Ray's going to be summoned. Ray's going to be able to do 3k at minimum. Ray can attack herself and then can tag out for an additional attack. Although, we do have the Scarlet Sanguine. It's just going to be able to block that. So that's probably what's going to happen. Deactivate. Yeah, you can't use Conquistador during the damage stat. So first off, wanted to use Conquistador in response to Ray's Graveyard effect. That way he could pop it right away. But he can't activate Conquistador during the damage step. But it's the same result. All right. See if we have a main phase 2 rebuttal from Pascal Kim. Let's check the banish pile. Fair amount of cards banished. That was the last Scarlet Sanguine in first off his deck. There's not really a way to put them back in deck. That's minimum the second Conquistador. I think that might have been the third. I think that there was one that got banished by Evenly Mash as well. So I don't know what else he could do. Visibly unhappy in the chat. He put his smiley face when Pascal Kim put down multi-roll, which is not a good sign. That's not a confident duelist signal. Add burners. Well, we're going to be able to destroy both of them in one hit. Or it's still a trap. Golden Lord. Resolution, destroy Conquistador. Very, very strong. I'm not sure how First Off gets it. cards to help clean this game up. He's setting Afterburn and Shark Cannon. Good. Sanguines. So there's really nothing good to set anymore. I don't think there's any more Conquistadors either. I'm pretty sure there are 4 banished face down cards in First Joms's banished zone. I think one of them is Conquistador. Yes, but he's fighting because he's up in life, and there's no reason not to fight. Going and Conquistador will activate, be able to set new cards. Probably set YuGiOh and White Destiny. Oh, good, that's going to get you. So how many Golden Lords are there engraved? There's just the one. So if he plays White Destiny, he'll just change Shark Cannon. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, there's YuGiOh. Oh, Conquistador doesn't even have a target. That's right. Yeah, but I remember when he accidentally banished them face up, one of them was White Destiny. That is not a good sign. With banish the Golden Lord, get an additional set off multi-roll. He can set either the field spell or probably the field spell, but he can also go for Hornet Drones. He's trying to close this game, trying to maintain his undefeated status. Undefeated, untied, unmatched. Top cut. Battle phase, Kagari attacks for a lot. 3 spells engraved, so she's at 18. Nothing. Hitting pretty. Is on his road to a 2-0. Turn. He's got to figure out something. Cursed Eldland. That's a card. But I suspect Pascal might have a Cosmic Cyclone. Well, he hasn't played one in a while. But the life points... We just plays Cursed Eldland and passes? Yeah, there's nothing he can do. He has no resources in his deck. He's just a sit and duck. Taylor. And I think he's going to try to seal this game now. So now he can Needle Fiber. That's crazy. Thanks for being great. Here's Celine, Master of Magicians, or the Queen of Magicians. Summons back Veiler. He's Axis Kotaker at 5,300 attack by targeting Celine on summon. And that puts first up on a much smaller timer. By destroying both of these cards, it's so free. Curse Eldlich, honestly. Just leave it there. He can do that and put himself at like no life. Oh, he's destroying it anyway. But there's, I mean, it doesn't matter because there's nothing to send. Otaker attacks for 53. End battle phase. Do we have anything? Anything? Evenly matched? No, nothing. Very sad. Very, very sad. Does it here? Pascal said in the chat that he regretted popping the Curse Eldland. I'm not sure if it mattered because I think he just proved that. That was why. That was why he's regretting it. It's because it opened himself up to evenly match. And first off, just mess with him. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he should have kept it up just because of evenly matched. Probably. That's probably the justification. I think he's going for game. Ooh! It doesn't matter. Still is at 23. All right. That is the match. So that's table one. Pascal Kim goes to the last round undefeated. He should be a clear cut for top cut now. First up is going to have to really fight in order to make it in now. So that's going to do it from us for round 6 coverage. When we return, we will have the 7th and final round of Swiss. We'll be featuring a match on the bubble. So stay tuned for that exciting high stakes match. See you soon.
Hey everyone.